The Latinos Out Loud podcast. Latinos, 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 Latinos. Yeah, that's what it is. Latinos Out Loud. Yo, eloeleros, pero Santurce, Puerto Rico está en la casa. I'm so excited to have Ángel Manuel Soto on Latinos Out Loud. Buen día, señor, ¿cómo está?
Bien, ¿usted cómo está? ¿Todo bien?
I'm so good. Happy Friday.
Igual.
This is like nonstop for you. You are in the mode of the press, aren't you?
I'm full on. It literally started yesterday on full throttle yesterday. So
I understand. But how exciting. Congratulations on Wrecking Crew.
thank you.
What an amazing path you've had as a director. We are following you. We Latinos, we're watching you, okay?
I appreciate
So there's a very strong torch that you're holding. Tell us about your experience directing Wrecking Crew, which has an all-star cast, you guys. Can I name drop right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, pero Jason Momoa, okay? Dave Bautista, also Temeura Morrison, who's a former guest of the Latinos Out Loud podcast. Okay, I have so much respect for that man, who's honorary Latino, de verdad? Like, do you agree?
100%. He looks like he will be my neighbor any day.
Yo, right? He looks like our tío.
Yeah.
Like, he's bringing the pernil to Christmas. Okay, and then another Latina I have to shout out is Morena
Bacarin, yeah, Brazilian.
There is a question in here somewhere. I'm just excited. You know, there's a lot of names. It's a diverse cast. And I know you from Blue Beetle, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So tell us about Wrecking Crew and your experience. You shot in such tropical locations. Okay, I'm going to go on mute. Please talk.
Oh, I mean, Wrecking Crew was a very intense but gratifying shoot. I think that my journey up to this point has been preparing me for this next level of intensity filmmaking. You always dream about making movies like that, and you know, I didn't have the privilege of going to school to study filmmaking, so I had to learn as I went. And this was definitely a very important learning curve that I had to take in order to be able to do this. So I think that I was able to add more resources and techniques into my style and direction. Like you said, I worked with a lot of cast members before, even on the leads. Like Blue Beetle is a huge ensemble cast, but when you're working with this different tier of superstars that have a different weight to it, the whole production also operates at the same level. So it was amazing to be able to come out unscathed, out of a process like this, because movie making is very intense. But it was very gratifying at the same time because it allowed me to not only play again with a genre that I love, which is action comedy. Like I grew up watching Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, 48 Hours, Running Scared, like all those great movies from the 80s and the 90s.
Gosh, Angel, I just had David Zucker on this podcast, the most non-Latino name I've ever had on the show. But talk about Lethal Weapon and Airplane. I was talking to an icon.
Yeah, you were. So like this, for me, like Wrecking Crew as an homage to those movies that, standing on their shoulders. It was very fun to be able to execute it, but at the same time, not just make a film that I've always wanted to make and play, but also make it in a location that is tropical. Make it in a different place that is not your typical New York or LA, which are awesome in their own right. But being able to do it in Hawaii as a backdrop, as a setting, as a character in the movie, but also by having it to do it in Hawaii, you sort of like have to sometimes do it in different locations that have better tax credits. So we did it also in New Zealand. So New Zealand, shooting in Hawaii, two places that I've never been in, that I never dreamed of.
Wow.
A kid from Santurce, Puerto Rico, why would I ever have to go that far? So I'm very happy that a project like this was able to take me to locations that I never thought I was going to be able to visit and meet such amazing people and crew that made this movie as good as it ended up being. So it is exciting for me to be at the helm of this project, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without the amazing crew that was behind it.
When we spoke to Temeura and cast of Chief of War in another episode, they were talking about how filming in the homeland means so much and you're connected to your ancestors.
Mhm.
Did you have any moments with the cast and the connection to their history, culture while shooting? And what did that bring to the set?
100%. Like when I tell a story, I like to, yeah, and if it's not from Puerto Rico or a place that I grew up, um, it is very important for me to get the blessing of the community in a way. It's very
Mm,
important for me to be embedded if I'm going to absorb the culture. We
mm,
always do location scouts to see where we're going to shoot, and I sort of like motivated the production and the studio to be like, it's fine that we do location scout, but I think it's a disservice to a community if we don't do a cultural scout, if we don't do our due
mm.
diligence of understanding the culture, of understanding where they come from. And we, Angie and the whole team in Hawaii was very, very helpful in connecting us with cultural leaders, tribal leaders in there that I wouldn't. I needed their blessing. I needed like a spiritual blessing for it to happen, and I'll show you what that entailed. So I got a lot of tattoos that I covered
Oye, this is a show and tell. I love this.
show and tell, but I got a lot of tattoos that you cannot see because New York is very cold. But these tattoos that you're gonna see here, like these ones,
Yes.
this was done through a traditional ritual in Hawaii with a kahuna that he sort of like
The
sits. Yeah, he sits.
No me diga.
Yeah, he sits with you, and there's like this um like oral history telling. Like he's observing you. He's like really like looking into your spirit in a way, and talking about like my backstory as a Puerto Rican, and after, it was like a this took like maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours to do, but the whole ritual was like 6 hours, and it's a beautiful conversation and exchange of background. And what was beautiful about it is like he listens, he looks at you, he's like literally looking at your soul, and he gets
Gosh,
like this divine inspiration, and all of it has a reason to why he's doing it, and then he goes into like the clack 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 clack, 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 and
I saw this in Bora Bora. I
yeah.
went to Bora Bora one time. It was amazing. And there was like a tattoo festival happening. It was like a whole bunch of people. Did you pass out? Did you cry?
No,
Like,
no,
what the?
I didn't like if you see everything, I've already been like crucified with tattoos all the body, so I think I'm used to the pain. But I'll have to say, these two fingers are the most painful fingers to
Ay,
carve.
Jesús.
Yeah, I still talk about I'm gonna do it to the computer, like it was like
Oh my God. Loco, yo tengo tatuaje, loco. I also had two C-sections. So I know what pain is, pero yo creo que yo no puedo hacer lo que tú hiciste. No, I'm
no,
sorry.
but I feel like I had to, like I feel like I don't feel comfortable, like there's a sort of, even when I did Charm City Kings, there's like this, I have like this tattoo is from Charm.
Ay, Dios mío. And
No,
okay, for you guys that are listening to the episode, it's on the inside of his lower lip.
yeah,
Ay, Jesus. I love it so much. Wait, okay. I love that you work on body art when you finish working on your art, like your film art.
yeah,
That's
but
so
I
cool.
had to do it at the beginning. And here's the funny thing, like I asked him, like, do people come to you and they ask for tattoos? And he's like, yeah, all the time. And he's like, do you give them? Everybody's like, no. And like, oh, why? And he's like, because I have this conversation, and at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you know what? It's not for you.
A connection has to be there.
Connection has to be there, and that connection happened. And this was like the long story, interesting story to get to the answer of your question, which is the connection with cultures. The truth is,
Yeah.
by talking about Puerto Rico, by talking about our colonial situation. Uh, there's this kinship that goes over century of
Yeah.
Puerto Rico and Hawaii, and a lot of like the
The
island
struggle.
and the
Yeah.
struggle, like our Taino heritage and the Hawaiian heritage, and he knew everything about Puerto Rico. I'm sure he studied about it, or even I don't know if it was like a like heavenly download, but the fact that he was like, we are connected by water. We're family connected by water, which
I love
is
that.
yeah, which is also a term used in the Arawak and the Caribbean native cultures. And one beautiful thing was in New Zealand. Now, New Zealand is the farthest place I've ever been in my life. And the Maoris there, there's different tribes for different areas. And the natives there were one lady, I remember, never forget. She pulled me aside. I was like, you know, you look lonely. I'm like, and I was lonely. Like my wife was in Puerto Rico, I was over there. Yeah, I had the crew, but it's like and she's like, but don't feel alone. Like I'm watching you. And I
Mm,
haven't talked to her at all. Like I'm
wow.
watching you, but not just me. You look at that mountain, and I look at the mountain, and it's just a mountain. And she's like, all our ancestors are there protecting you. And I was like,
Yeah.
this is just like the same Hawaiian experience and the same experience I have with my
All
connection.
connected.
It was
Oh my
so beautiful.
gosh.
And I think that helped me through the process of making this movie, because I felt like there was a blessing to tell a story that not only speaks about the Hawaiian people or the Polynesian communities, but it also speaks about the Puerto Rican struggles as well.
I love that connective bodies of water, connective tissue, connective culture.
Yeah.
Ángel Manuel Soto, there's something about your career path and the way you connect cultures, the same way you did it for us with Blue Beetle, having that Hispanic Latino story at the forefront. We see your sprinkling, your sazon, what kind of sofrito you got. I don't know. It's a secret sofrito, but there's a lot to come. It's sad that we have to wrap this interview now because there's so much more that I want to talk about. You've had quite like amazing experiences at Sundance,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like the way you started your career, I'm sure there's so much more. And the things you're working on, Just Cause. We are all about video game culture on this podcast,
Oh,
okay?
guys. Yeah.
So I
It's a lot. It's just because it's exciting because I mean, the lead character is Rico Rodriguez. Like, he's a Latino guy. And what I like about it is just that we've seen characters like that before, right? Like, we've seen James Bond, we've seen like Mission Impossible, like, we've seen like, Jason Bourne. And when you think
yeah.
about stuff like that, these are people that are already at their peak level, right? Like, they're the best of the best in their group in their own stories. And what I like about Rico Rodriguez is that this guy is like guerrilla, rock and roll, agent of chaos type of thing. So it's sort of like the rock and roll version of what, or a punk version of what. Yeah, it's like the punk version of James Bond, like this
I
guy. And I always like that. I'm like, yeah, that's actually pretty accurate into how we handle things and how even the revolutionary movements of Latin America have handled their own sovereignty. I think it does play into the fact that this is a story about a guy who kills fascists. I love it.
Well, I would love if you would come back on the show. Maybe we can talk about these other projects that you
Yeah,
have up
I would
your
love that.
sofrito sleeves. But everybody out there, check out Wrecking Crew on Prime Video on January 28th. Let's support this man, okay?
Yeah.
Pa'lante, pa'lante como un elefante, okay? Good luck to you and the rest of your day. I know you're in press mode. Thanks for taking the
No,
time.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ángel Manuel Soto, director.
Thank you so much. And I love your energy. This was really fun.
Thank you. This is 24/7. So a lot of people can handle it and a lot of people turn the dial, but that's okay. Turn the dial. It's Latinos out loud. It's La Loca out loud. This is who you get.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. It was awesome.
It's the Latinos Out Loud podcast.